What is up, y'all? Within today's video, we're going to be talking about J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Y'all, as you guys know, I talked about this before. Actually, I talked about it on the podcast. I made a video about it too. And like low-key, I was kind of invested because I feel like sometimes, okay, maybe I'm just like a hopeless romantic. I feel like sometimes you meet somebody at the wrong time in your life, and then later on down the road, you're meant to be with them. It's just wrong timing. Do you know what I mean? So I thought this was going to be one of those situations, but that was not the case, y'all, because it has been rumored now for the past, I want to say maybe 9 months now, probably even a little bit longer, that Ben Affleck and J-Lo were going to be splitting because obviously they moved into their house and then they moved out of it right away. He bought a house right away. She was living somewhere else, and I was just like, damn. Y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This is just my opinion. I feel like you guys are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you're too much or whatever. But I'm just wondering here. I feel like everyone has this in their brain. Is there's something wrong with J-Lo, because I feel like, honestly, call me whatever, you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, he's anti-woman or whatever, but nah, I'm just keeping it so for real. She has been through so many different guys. Do you guys feel like she's a super difficult woman? Because I just have to say, how do you go through this many guys and it just never works out for her? Low-key, I do feel bad, but also at the same time too, looking at the track record here, I'm like, oh damn, okay, I know obviously I don't know the backstory. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I totally get that. But obviously when you look at somebody and you see that they go through so many different people and it just doesn't work out time and time again, then you have to start wondering, is that person the problem? And then obviously, as you guys know, this past year, J-Lo has been getting so much online heat. So many people are anti-J-Lo. I'm not saying that I'm anti-J-Lo. I'm just kind of whatever with her. I've never really been a big fan of hers, but then I don't hate her or anything like that either. So I'm really just right down the middle with her. But I have to say, I'm just y'all, how come she just keeps on breaking up with people, getting divorced, all these different types of things? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like it's an ongoing thing. It's part of her brand to go through men. Do you know what I mean? Also, that's why I feel for the longest period of time she was typecast as I don't know the exact word, but every single movie that you guys have seen of hers, I'm sure you guys have seen, it's romantic type of stuff. And I feel like she was typecast for that reason, and maybe because that role fits her very well. Any which ways, y'all, we're going to be talking about the divorce within today's video. Y'all, turns out that they did not have a prenup, which I feel could be very messy. I don't know if you guys have heard any of the things. I can't even go down the rabbit hole about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, because y'all, their stuff, I don't know if they have a prenup or not, but I have been hearing about so much legal drama going on between them for so many years now. And this is where I'm just kind of whoa. I've heard before, if you guys are both rich, that you don't really need a prenup because you guys are both rich and normally you can just separate. But also at the same time too, I feel it could still be very messy because people are obviously very territorial. And say, for example, if you purchase any vacation property, or Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, for example, they have a vineyard, I think it is. And I guess they're fighting over that. And y'all, I just feel their situation is messy. So I wonder how this divorce is going to play out. I was going to say beyond, about Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Also, okay, I had heard rumors, and I did want to get your guys' opinion about this. I don't know if this is if there's any truth to this, because it was a source saying that Ben Affleck couldn't be around any type of alcohol because he is a recovering alcoholic. And I guess apparently J-Lo came out with a alcohol line. And honestly, y'all, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm so curious to know your guys' opinions, because actually where I did see this online, I forget exactly which Instagram account, because y'all, I follow so many damn drama accounts like TMZ, The Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, all these different accounts. So I don't remember which one. And I was reading the comments about this, and a lot of people were saying that's so messed up of her to know that he is recovering and then she's going to come out with an alcohol brand. But then I was just kind of well, damn, she is kind of a mogul. And I feel all these people always come out with a beauty line, a hair line, alcohol line. Look how many celebrities have alcohol lines. So I was damn, I wonder what you guys feel about this, because I don't know how I feel about it, because apparently this source had said to these outlets that he can't be around it at all. So say, for example, if she was going to have any type of party, a launch party for it, and obviously they were going to serve the alcohol, and obviously she's going to try to promote that alcohol, that could be very damaging towards him. So I am very curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about this, because I'm damn, I wonder if she already had, honestly, I didn't do any research about this. I don't know if she already had this alcohol line. I don't know if there's something that she was working on before she even got married to him. Do you know what I mean? I feel there's so many different factors that go into it, but also too, I want to know what you guys feel about that, because I have talked to people before actually that were going through recovery and could still go out to the clubs and bars and things like that. I know obviously everybody is different and they react differently to different situations. So I'm so curious to know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are about that. But I am going to be reading the article today from TMZ because y'all already know they got the juicy gossip. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about this because I feel like J-Lo is somebody that I like talked a bit about on the podcast. And as you guys know, I'm no longer doing the podcast. So I was like, let me make a video about it. So let me get a drink of water and then let's get into it. Not me feeling like my nose is gonna fall off right now, y'all. I had a 3-wick candle lit and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it is making my like allergies go off like crazy. For some reason, from Bath & Body Works, I absolutely love the mahogany teak wood. But I've realized I can only, in my room, I can only light a single wick. If I light a 3-wick, I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, it like really messes with my nose. Anyways, this was actually posted a couple days ago. I do apologize, by the way, if you guys are seeing this really late. It's because I am pre-filming because I am going to be out of town helping my brother move into college. So I'm going to be gone for 5 days. So I have to pre-film some videos. So I apologize if you guys are seeing this late because I remember last time that I had posted a J-Lo video and then somebody was like, this is old news. And I was like, what are you talking about? It literally was posted today. Like, y'all, I filmed it like, I want to say 8 p.m. and I put it up the next day at 11 a.m. I was like, damn, not me being called out for old news. I was like, and it's not even old news. It's literally not even 12 hours old yet. Well, okay, it's over 12 hours old. But anyways, you guys know what I'm saying, okay? I meant to say 24 hours. Anyways, this is what it says right here on TMZ. J-Lo pulls trigger on divorcing Ben Affleck. No prenup and no settlements. Also, I have to say too, like going back to the prenup thing, if you guys are both rich, I feel like it's so damn petty to feel the need to like fight over things because y'all, Ben Affleck is like one of the highest paid actors. J-Lo is super, super rich. So I feel like if they were to have any type of like, you know, financial battles, I'm just like, y'all are wasting your time and you guys are being really, really petty because you guys are both rich. Like, let's keep it real here. Now, I do have to say, like, I've seen several situations of like housewives, you know, like I'm talking about from the actual franchise Housewives to where they were married to somebody rich and this specific person wanted them to be a stay-at-home mom and not invest in their careers and things like that. And then they end up getting divorced. Then I'm like, I'm fighting over money. I am so sorry, but you made me be a stay-at-home mom and then you're going to go and leave me. I depended on you. No, you're going to pay. But when it comes down to celebrities like this, I'm like, they're both rich. Like, they're probably both on the same. Actually, if I'm being honest, I bet you J-Lo is probably richer. I haven't looked at their net worths. Anyways, Jennifer Lopez has done what seemed inevitable. She's filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. TMZ has learned, but there are major twists, including the symbolism of when she finally decided to do it. Also, I have to say too, the day that it was reported that she filed for divorce, she was seen wearing a ring. Which I was kind of like, okay, that's a little weird. Anyways, J-Lo filed legal documents Tuesday in LA County Superior Court, but they were not filed by a lawyer. Jennifer filed pro per, I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess, oh, meaning by herself, it literally says it right there, and without an attorney, which I have to say, isn't that weird? Like, for her to do, like, y'all, I'm sure that she has, like, all part of her team. I'm sure she has every type of lawyer at her, like, beck and call because obviously she's a massive celebrity, you know? She lists the date of separation as April 26, 2024. The couple got married in Las Vegas on July 16, 2022. However, today, August 20th, is also very significant in Bennifer love. I actually did not know this. Also, I'm reading this for the first time, y'all. Because y'all know I like to like act like I'm reading with you guys, you know, to get my like first initial reactions of the things. Because let's keep it real. I'm not the person who's obviously breaking the news. I'm just the person talking about the news. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, this marks the second anniversary of the huge and more traditional wedding ceremony they held in Georgia. So it hardly seemed like a coincidence Jen filed today. Now here's the real shocker. J-Lo does not say in her docs whether there's a prenup, and sources with knowledge tell TMZ there is indeed no prenuptial agreement. What would mean whatever earnings or profit Ben and Jen made during their nearly 2 years of marriage is community property. For instance, since they tied the knot, Ben starred in Air and Hypnotic and produced The Instigators. He also just wrapped filming for The Accountant 2 a few days ago. As for J-Lo, during their marriage, she had Shotgun Wedding, The Mother, This Is Me Now, and Atlas, which, by the way, I think all of her projects were low-key a flop. Like, and I'm not even saying that like me, like my personal opinion. I'm saying from what I've read online and what I have seen from critics, like everything was a major flop. Anyways, what's shocking that this is J-Lo's fourth marriage and Ben's second, and you would think a prenup would be more than obvious. Apparently, they thought this was a forever marriage, but it didn't work out that way. And that's why I say I gotta keep it real. Like, I know everyone's like on like anti-J-Lo right now, but I was just kind of like, oh, like maybe their first time around was just like the wrong timing, and like low-key, I was like, maybe they were really going to work it out. But I have to keep it real. Like, I saw so many like TMZ pictures and stuff before of like Ben looking absolutely miserable, but then everyone was saying like, oh, that's just how he always looks. And I guess maybe I never paid attention. But I was like, damn, he looks miserable, y'all. But everyone, I feel like, you know, there's obviously like big Ben Affleck fans out there. I'm not like one of them. I think he's a great actor, but I'm like, oh my God, Ben Affleck, you know what I mean? So I never really paid attention to him outside of the movies. And when I saw everyone commenting, oh, he always looks like that, then I was like, oh, okay, I took it for what it is. But y'all, since I don't really know him, I was like, damn, he looks like he hates her. Anyways, according to the docs, Jennifer waived spousal support and is asking the judge to deny Ben such support as well. Oh, okay, so there, right there, it seems like it is pretty even then if they both want. I guess maybe if Ben wants to be a little bit petty and seek money, but I don't see him doing that, in my opinion. Since they did not have children together, there are no custody issues. Now for the final big twist, you would think everything has been hashed out money-wise before she filed, but our sources say that is not the case. TMZ broke the stories. They put their marital home in Beverly Hills up for sale. Ben bought his own house in Brentwood, and she is currently looking for a new house as well. As we reported, they have been trying to hash out a settlement for months, and our sources say those talks are continuing, but they have become increasingly acrimonious, to the point at times they're not even speaking to each other. So why did J-Lo decide to file while still battling over money? Well, even though it doesn't matter legally who files first in a no-fault state, sometimes PR concerns are involved when it comes to who files first. Y'all, I have to say, I'm actually really surprised that she put it off this long, because obviously there's been reports for the longest time that they weren't together. And you know what's so crazy, y'all? I really do feel like these people, like, meaning like the journalists and the paparazzi, like, damn, y'all, they be knowing things, because I feel like for the longest time they've been reporting about this, and it took this long for it to like finally happen, but there's been rumors out there, and the rumors were true. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. Do you guys think that Ben Affleck is going to seek spousal support? Like, I have to keep it real, like, I feel like it would be super petty if him to like do that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like low-key, if he were to do that, it's because he wants to like throw a little jab at her and just kind of like make her life more difficult, because let's keep it real, I want to say that he just purchased like a $20 million house by himself. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay, I understand he has kids, but I'm like, damn, last I checked, like, I want to say he only has a couple, right? So I'm just kind of like, he bought a $20 million house. Clearly you're not hurting for money. So if he were to go after J-Lo for some money, I think that's really petty, in my personal opinion. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.